Here in a few short weeks, we actually got San Diego Comic-Con coming up. Marvel has said that they're going to be skipping it this year because they're in the middle of production on several things. So rather than, shut down, production on an Avengers movie and fly the 45-person cast to LA, for a week. They're just going to skip it, and apparently they're going to drop bombs over Baghdad next year when they come back. They're just going to lay it all out. So,
well, they have to next year.
Right.
San Diego Comic-Con is always in. Is it always in July?
Always July.
Yeah.
Which, Fantastic Four also is going to be coming out right before it too. So
yeah. So it really doesn't do them a whole lot of good this year, I guess, to be there. I will still like some kind of presence, but I get it.
It was kind of fucked because last year Deadpool and Wolverine opened that day, and a bunch of spoilers and shit came out of the Comic-Con panel.
That's right.
And it was just very weirdly timed,
It was. But I know the back half of next year is supposed to be pretty big for Marvel, right? Because we're getting Spider-Man 4, right? Brand new day sometime.
Yeah.
There's obviously Doomsday, right?
Yep.
And I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Well, Born Again in season 2 is coming in in winter.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
January.
Yeah, crazy. So that's earlier in the year, right?
Yeah,
that's insane. So yeah, they got some shit cooking. I do wonder how they feel. Is there any pressure yet? How are they reacting to Superman right now?
I think Disney is probably so obviously you have a couple different things, right? You have the people who are actually making the movies who don't give a shit. But then you have Kevin Feige who gives somewhat of a shit. And then you have Bob Iger, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a lot of a shit, right? I'm telling you, Disney especially, people look at it and go, okay, they got Lilo and Stitch or whatever. That's all they got this year as far as big money at the box office, unless Fantastic Four just, comes out of the gate doing some crazy numbers. And, they say a rising tide lifts all boats. Mm-hmm. So, it's entirely possible that people are going to go watch Superman and then come out of that theater, full of hope and optimism and just a renewed love of that superhero genre, and then be like, all right,
Galactus eat a planet.
Yeah, be like, oh, well, let me go watch this dark as fuck Marvel movie. It's kind of a flip.
It kind of is.
It's like, oh, man, Avengers came out in 2012, and then it's like, oh, well, DC is about to kick their shit off with Man of Steel. I'm sure this will be a lighthearted Christopher Reeve-esque Superman fare.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Let's talk about it, man, because, obviously we got to get to our subject matter here tonight, but, I don't think we're going to talk for 2 hours on that. Which if you tuned in, this is going to be the Ironheart review, so we're going to get to that in a minute, but there's a lot of things going on that we need to address, so let's take the time. We're not going to have a chance next week.
That's true.
What's your estimate on the opening weekend for Fantastic Four? How do you think it's going to do?
I'll be honest, man. So Superman, its opening weekend was it 210?
217. So what actually happened is the lowest end estimates were 80 million domestic, right?
Yeah.
And then about that international, so 160. And then right beforehand, they bumped it and said, oh, well, I think it's going to do 190 or whatever. And then it came out and did a gangbusters that Thursday, set, I think, a record for DC on Thursday. And then over the weekend, going into Saturday, they were like, oh, shit, this thing's going to do 210 globally over the weekend. And then even that was low. And then on Monday, when all the receipts finally were in, it was at 217.
Wow.
Opening weekend, which is the highest opening for a DC movie since Wonder Woman.
That was not the movie I was expecting you to say at the end of that sentence, but yeah. Wow.
Yeah, since 2017, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been 8 years since DC had an opening that strong. And it's been a year since there was a comic book movie that opened that strong, since Deadpool and Wolverine. Nothing's touched that. Estimates are that it's going to have about a 50% drop in its second weekend. So that means it'll bring in almost another 110 mil this weekend globally. Right. I'm hoping word of mouth might boost that even higher. So
yeah, you hope that word of mouth, name value, and brand value could really bolster this thing. Yeah, it's a movie that I think, man, I think people should go see. Damn good movie. As far as Fantastic Four goes, I'll be honest, man. I didn't expect Superman to be this strong, but I also, I had similar thoughts or expectations for Fantastic Four. Like the advantage they have is that they're in the midst of a universe that, while maybe not at its peak, is trying to bounce back.
Right.
And Fantastic Four, I think maybe even the casuals are aware that like this is the movie that is really supposed to help bolster the MCU and help bring it back to form, So I think with that note, man, people might really, for the first time, really turn out to see a Fantastic Four movie.
I would hope so. I mean, I think Thunderbolts is doing very well on streaming because, as we said, it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Thunderbolts
was very well received by the people that saw it. The problem was just that people didn't see it. And then, I think it's been doing well on streaming. So I think things are looking up for the superhero genre as a whole. But here's what we have to worry about, man. It's like, on the other side of that spectrum. If Fantastic Four comes out and sucks,
oh, no.
We're going to be right back in the trenches again.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much, man. Because I messaged you the other day about, I watched like this new promotional material, which was not a promotional material at all, which is a straight spoiler. So I would not say. We'll talk about it next week, and then I'll tell you exactly what they dropped for no good fucking reason whatsoever.
Marvel puts out. I'm telling you, and I don't know if Superman drove this or whatever, but they get so nervous about bringing people in. Like I feel like. It's like how you can always tell if like a local indie show is nervous because they'll put their tickets out and announce a few matches, and then like the ticket sales won't be there that they want, and then all of a sudden they're running like a promotion, like a buy one get one or something.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, this is out of fear, and Marvel does that, man. I feel like. With James Gunn and Superman, everybody wanted to know what that movie was going to be.
Yeah.
And they gave us very little of that in the trailer.
True.
As a matter of fact, as we came to find out, pretty much every single thing that they gave us in the trailers is in like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, they pulled a Matt Reeves with the Batman, that first trailer. He said, that comes from like the first, I think he said like 5 to 8 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
But then it was like, well, that's because that's all we have right now anyway.
Yeah.
But looking back at the Superman trailer, you're right. Most of that stuff came from, that very first opening.
Yeah. You see like Lex going into the fortress and you see him landing in the snow and you see like fucking the Superman robots and all that shit. And you're like, oh man, like, is this in the middle or the end of the movie? Like, because in your mind, when you see that first trailer that they showed where you like Superman lands in the ice or whatever, and like the robots, Krypto comes and gets them, and the robots bring them in and they heal them with the sunlight or whatever. You're thinking like, oh, okay, well this is going into the third act.
Exactly.
This is going into the big fight. At the end. Nah, bro, that's like the first thing that happens in the movie. So like they really did a good job of keeping their cards close to their chest here, where. I haven't seen any of this Marvel bullshit, but it's because I know them. It's the shit where, right before Deadpool and Wolverine, they just put Laura in one of the trailers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And while it was a great scene and it got me hyped for the movie, it would have just been so much better if you just let me come to that theater and experience it. The reason that I think Superman was such a great movie-going experience, and I really do believe it is a movie that you should go see on the biggest screen you have access to. Because it just brings you into the movie,
Right.
The way it's shot is magnificent. But I feel like they are Marvel doesn't put enough credit on that idea of like, this is how I want to feel when I'm in the theater.
Yeah.
You know? And they got to stop spoiling shit, man.
I could not agree more. I completely forgot that they did that thing with X-23.
Yeah.
And Deadpool and Wolverine, which was ridiculous because we were just days away from that movie dropping.
Yeah.
And then here's Laura in one of the trailers, like, what the fuck?
And it was going to make $1 billion fucking anyway.
Anyway, yeah. And this Fantastic Four reveal, like, that they did here, and this latest promotional material trailer thingy or whatever, it was a straight up scene from the movie. Like, when I clicked on it, I thought I was just rewatching the second trailer again because I really liked that trailer. So yeah, let me see this trailer again. Whole new promotional material, whole new scene from the movie. I mean, and it's a pretty big. It was a great scene. So I understand their confidence in putting it out there, but man, what a fucking spoiler. So I mean, that's a real double-edged sword. Like, because it makes me, a little bit more hyped for the movie, but also I'm disappointed now because I would have loved to have just seen that in the theater.
Right. So I don't want to know what happens, obviously. No. With all the new trailers and stuff that have come out, has your opinion on Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards changed at all?
That's so difficult to say. He does speak in this scene, but honestly, he says the least. Again, like, no spoiler, no context here, but they're at a press conference. And the press they're asking the Fantastic Four questions. So blah blah blah. What did you do? Da da da. And Reed is just kind of standing there at first, trying to gather his thoughts, and then like it's the other members that are speaking, and then finally Reed says something. I'm still not sure what to make of his Reed Richards. That's not to say that I don't have faith in him. I think that he'll do just fine, bare minimum. But he hasn't shown me anything yet in these trailers that has me feeling like, oh man, yes, that is the embodiment of Reed Richards that I want to see.
Right.
So, I don't know, and I guess that does have me a little concerned because like I don't have that fear for the other members of the Fantastic Four.
Right. I agree. For me, it actually probably is him and Ben.
Yeah.
I don't like that the voice is just that dude's voice.
I'm trying to like put up a mental block and just it's hard.
Like, I need them to put a little gravel in there, right. Just a little something.
Because when he inevitably says it's clobbering time, it has to have that kind of cadence,
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be fucking Clark Kent talking about, it's clobbering time.
Yeah, it's clobbering time. No, it can't be that,
It can't be, what's the clock from fucking the TVA or whatever, Miss Minutes?
Oh, yeah, Miss Minutes.
It's clobbering time.
It's the clobbering time. Yeah. It's got to be that Ben Grimm, gravelly voice. It's clobbering time,
Or CM Punk.
Or it's clobbering time.
They could just put his voice in the movie. Like, it just goes from that guy's voice to CM Punk's and then back, and they never explain it at all.
That would be quite epic. But just the scene that they showed, it just kind of brings back to like the circular question that people have had about the Fantastic Four movie, which is, how is this thing going to end for the people of this earth?
I think not well. I think either one or two things, right? Either like the Galactus shit is going to go. So I think it's either going one or two ways. Either they're going to fail to stop Galactus, and Reed's going to be like, okay, we can't save our Earth, but we could save another one. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a possibility. Or I think they're going to divert Galactus and then be like, oh my God, we have to warn them. Be like, oh, okay, well, I won't fuck up this Earth, but the planet looks delicious.
Yeah.
So there's one over there that I'm going to go get. And then be like, and then Reed's going to be like, no, we have to warn them or whatever. Obviously, somehow we're going to get to the scene that's in New Avengers or Thunderbolts Asterisk, however you want to classify it. And both of those get us there.
Yeah. That is true.
If they just save the day, then there's no reason.
Right. Yeah. And that is a great point, right? If they just straight up save the day, stop Galactus, and they defeat him, Ultimate Nullifier or whatever he uses, whatever they use. And there's no need for them to be on 616 Earth.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Riri Williams is like, I'll be right back. Keep sucking my dick. I'm gonna go I gotta run to the office real quick, but I'm gonna leave it here.
I was gonna say you can just leave it there with her. And
I'll be right back.
Right. Oh no! God damn.
Hey, everybody knows that if you had those superpowers, you use them for nefarious reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much all superpowers.
Yeah. It's like, speaking generally here, people, I was going to say men, but no, it's people. People are going to find a way to use superpowers for nefarious means.
Yeah.
For dirty, dirty means.
Oh, man, I know you hated that Man of Steel discussion that went on the other day in our group chat that we have with some of the various homies in it. I think you tuned it out, didn't you?
I'll be honest, right? So, like, I had, like, a real shit day at work. And, like, the notifier kept going off, and I was like, I'll check it in a little bit. I'll check it, when I get off. I get off work at, like, 4:54, and I look at the text thread, and it tells me 72 messages. And I was like, nope. If it's something I need to know, I will be filled in.
So let me fill you in real quick. Mm-hmm. So Brendan actually, or no, it was me.
Okay.
I had posted this meme of sorts, right? And honestly, I mean, it's a very accurate sort of meme,
mm-hmm.
and it was depicting the Fantastic Four that we got in 2015 versus the one we're getting now.
Oh, okay.
And also the Superman of Steel versus the Superman movie we got now. And it's just pointing out how much more vivid and colorful the movies are now, which that goes into a few things, right? Number one, like the tone is a lot lighter. There's a bunch of people trying to do a bunch of grim, dark shit to try to counter program Marvel back then. How'd that work out? Which is funny because the darkest fucking movie coming out this year is definitely going to be a Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah.
But somehow there will still be characters cracking fucking jokes. Anyway, check out our Superman review.
Yes.
But, so I was like, well, considering that if we get the same gap that we get between... like I said, basically, there's the same gap between Fan Four Stick and Man of Steel as there is between Man of Steel and Superman 2025, is what I said.
Oh, okay.
And Brendan, the homie Brendan, bless him, he did not he took umbrage with that.
So
what I'm trying to...
It's not that you're saying that Man of Steel is as bad as Fan Four Stick.
No,
I'm
just
saying that the gap between.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah. So I'm basically saying that like if you got Fan Four Stick at a 3, I'm not saying I put it there. Go watch our review. You can find out exactly where I put it. If you put in Fan Four Stick at a 3 and Man of Steel is at like a 6, then Superman's at like a 9. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I think that checks out.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. The homie Brendan didn't like that shit.
Oh, really?
He had Man of Steel at like an 8.5.
Oh.
I was like, did you have Superman at like a 12?
Yeah, I think I scored Man of Steel like a 7.4,
Right.
But then again, like I'm one of the people that actually enjoys that movie.
I think I liked it when it came out.
Yeah, I mean it's got its charms, but I understand why people don't like it.
I think I'd really enjoy it as like an Elseworlds movie. Mm-hmm. Like if they had never made it then, and like right now they were like, oh, this is some like Earth 12 Superman shit where like fucking we're gonna make a dope ass Zod and like the Kryptonians all clone themselves and like they just he's gonna terraform the Earth and make it like Krypton.
Yeah.
It's basically Lizard Man's plot from Amazing Spider-Man.
It's a little bit better than that.
It is better than that,
thank
but
goodness.
But it's not that far off from it.
I mean, trying to find a new home world for like his home that is destroyed, it's noble, just at the expense of everyone on Earth. It's Magneto-ish is what it is.
If you have a machine that can turn a planet into Krypton, you could just pick one of the any of the uninhabited planets.
But this one has all the stuff they need for survival and a yellow sun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. See, this is where Kara would have fucked Zod up, right? She'd have been like, "Why wouldn't you pick a red sun? You can't get fucked up on this.
That's
planet.
true. Like I can't get drunk on this planet or high.
Yeah.
What? They just leave.
Why did you terraform this one? Yeah.
Supergirl is well underway. I think they're getting close to actually wrapping.
They have wrapped.
Oh,
And they dropped the teaser poster today.
I saw that.
My excitement for this movie, folks, is next level. We have not reviewed Woman of Tomorrow, right?
We have not.
Okay, we got it, but
Yes.
we'll do it closer to when that movie comes out.
We got like a year.
Yeah, we'll do it between now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be a really good book to review. And also, like, for people who are complaining, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Superman yet, spoiler, for people who are complaining about the Kara scene at the end of the movie, like, you guys need to read Woman of Tomorrow.
People were complaining about that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe they had her show up, shit-faced, and she's, this, acting this brash and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is absolutely in line with this interpretation of the character. Like, I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry that she didn't show up like the Smallville one, who just kind of like is there to look pretty and like stare off into space while the other characters exposit.
Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with the actress that played her on Smallville. They just didn't really give her a fucking thing to do.
Someone posted the most diabolical thing that I agree with. They said, man, if they ever introduce Power Girl, they need to just get Sydney Sweeney to do it.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
For no particular reason other than she's a great actress.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
They might have to put a disclaimer at the front of that movie. Be like, if you're lactose intolerant, this movie may bother you.
Jesus Christ. So next year for DC, they got Woman of Tomorrow and Clayface.
Yeah.
I'm oddly excited for both of them.
I read today that they are, and I hate hearing this in any superhero anything, especially coming out of DC, they are apparently fast-tracking a Wonder Woman movie.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I really don't want you guys to fast-track anything, to be honest. But
yeah,
the box office opening of Superman, I think, has David Zaslav and company. They're like ready to support the 10-year plan that James Gunn has. Mm-hmm. Real quick, I know we just turning this into goddamn Superman retrospective, but did you see the salaries?
So I did. I don't remember the numbers, but I remember there was a pretty big discrepancy between Nicholas Hoult and like everyone else.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Superman and Lois, who each got $750K.
Okay.
Now, you might balk at that in a second, but I will remind you that that is more than triple what Chris Hemsworth got for Thor, or what ScarJo was getting like several movies in to the MCU, because they were both making $200K.
Actually, ScarJo, by the time we got to Avengers 1, she was the second highest paid actor.
Yeah, but like in Iron Man 2 and all that shit, she didn't get paid that much.
Yeah. Well, because I just saying, like, it's interesting because, like, in Avengers 1, it's like RDJ, and then it's ScarJo, and then I think it might actually be Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have, like, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth was getting fucked.
Oh, yeah. All three of them were.
Yeah.
Like, they were all, like, in the 200,000 to 300,000 range.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
It's pretty interesting. And so, like you said, looking at Lois and Clark here in these movies, they got a lot more than their contemporaries did for Avengers.
And they're both young. They have not been in a lot.
Right.
They're also both contracted for more movies.
Yep.
So, but then, going up from there, Nicholas Hoult got $2 million for Lex.
Yep.
Which he fucking killed it, folks.
He absolutely.
Let's just be honest here. He fucking nailed it.
I'll put it this way. Unless like Galactus is just like this this amazing interpretation of the World Eater that we've never seen anything of the likes of. Nicholas Hoult better win a homie this year.
Yeah. I don't see Nicholas Hoult not winning a homie this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only person who could even really challenge him for it would be Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
Because she did an amazing job also. She's basically the main character of Thunderbolts Astros.
Yeah. I was thinking about for best antagonist.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, then in that case, no, there's really nothing.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I love the Void for what we got of it, but you can't really
right,
really compare the two.
Oh, you weren't thinking Red Hulk?
I was not thinking Red Hulk. or the leader.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about
one thing, old Greg.
Old Greg. I forgot all about old Greg. Now Nicholas Hoult got $2 million, but the really interesting number to me was that James Gunn got 15.
Holy shit!
Plus, he has a 7-figure salary as the head of the studio.
Is part of his responsibilities dictating who gets paid how much?
I guess. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that David Zaslav had to sign off on that shit.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. James Gunn got 15 mil.
15 mil.
And he probably gets a piece too.
Oh yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah, piece of the box office. I can see that.
Yeah. So.
Shoo. Yeah, he's sitting pretty.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of stuff that James Gunn has kind of said about the movie. And I really, I think I have even more faith now in his interpretation of the DCU than I did. I'm so hyped for Peacemaker Season 2 now, way more than I was.
Okay.
So have you seen the new trailer for that?
No, I haven't.
So it basically looks like they're gonna go straight full multiverse with this, where like the Peacemaker that we saw in the Superman movie is like this universe's Peacemaker.
Yeah,
and he's basically gonna try to kill that Peacemaker and take his place.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh shit.
So
that's a clever way to get out of like that finale.
Yeah.
Where like the Justice League shows up.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of cool that they're gonna do like a Deadpool-esque thing and kind of like, oh shit, we better get out of this DCEU. I hear it's getting canceled. Let's get out of here.
I just wanted to be a post-credit scene at the end of Peacemaker Season 2 where Superman's on a talk show, shit talking Peacemaker.
Yes.
That would make me so happy.
Well, man, after 28 minutes, should we get into it?
Now is a better time than ever.
Yep.
So, with that being said, homies one and all, allow us to welcome you back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I am here with the world's greatest co-host. I'm talking about none other than the homie Caleb.
What's going on, everybody? We are in full swing over here. We got Fantastic Four coming out next week. Just a couple weeks from now, we got Peacemaker Season 2. A couple weeks after that, we're going to be at Dragon Con. They are announcing new guests every day. They just recently announced Matthew Wood. If you don't know who that is, they've actually been working in Industrial Light and Magic for like 40 years. They're responsible for pretty much all the cool sounds and shit that you get in Star Wars, like all those iconic sounds from Chewbacca to like the laser firing and all that shit. So
hell yeah,
very cool. Kind of niche thing, but you know that he's going to be there. So we are really excited for all these cool things coming up. But today, folks, we are here. Our next stop on this road of superhero fandom is the Disney Plus show Ironheart.
Absolutely. So this will be a full spoiler review and breakdown. So if you haven't seen Ironheart and don't want any spoilers, you might want to get the fuck out until you've watched it and then come back here.
Full tilt.
Yep, absolutely.
It'd be pretty hilarious if you sat through 30 minutes of the cold open, thinking that we were gonna do a spoiler free, and then you got here and you're like, God damn it,
shit. This is bullshit.
If you want a quick spoiler free, it was that. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're going full tilt spoilers.
Now full tilt. So I will start off with some good here and say this. this is far from the worst show on Disney Plus.
I agree. Yeah, like if you're thinking that this is like Secret Invasion level, it's nowhere near like.
Yeah,
No.
It's not Secret Invasion. It's not Echo. It's not. I mean, I'll say this about Echo. Echo fucked me up because I really liked episode 1 of Echo.
Yeah,
And I was like, I think that this has potential to be something really good. And then it kept going, and I was like, oh, okay.
I'll be honest, man. My brain is damn near deleted most of that show. I just remembered the very bare minimum pieces of that show.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. This is kind of sort of in the middle for me. Middle to better end of the Disney Plus Marvel shows.
Yep. Yeah. This show does like it does some things that I think are pretty nifty, and then does some other things where I wish they would have never fucking done it.
Yeah.
It's a real interesting kind of roller coaster that this show takes me on, and not in the way that most TV shows and movies want to take you on a roller coaster.
I will say too that going into this, and even from the promotional materials, you would definitely assume that this show would be more in the line of like, you know, the Falcon and Winter Soldier or the Hawkeye like kind of corner of Disney Plus.
Yep.
Or maybe, you know, if you just really want to like go for a reach, maybe like more towards the Miss Marvel corner. But when you watch the show, you actually realize it actually belongs kind of in the Agatha WandaVision side of things,
Which is a really weird avenue.
Yeah.
I mean, and, you know, and we'll get there, of course, but man, there are some things that were done that were just, I can only define them as interesting choices.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Before we get into all that, let me also say that I think that Riri is infinitely more likable in the show than she was in Black Panther 2.
You can tell in Black Panther 2 they still didn't really know how they wanted to define the character.
Yeah.
And so they did a lot of fine tuning here.
Did they just really have her like go in on the accent in that movie also?
They kind of did.
Like I feel like she really played it up.
Yeah.
in that movie.
Speaking of things that are better, the suit.
Oh God. All the suits.
All of the suits.
We even get a Joel Schumacher. I mean, they didn't do the crotch shot, but that was all that was missing. That the second suit looked fucking awesome though.
Oh yeah.
I will say, yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind the designs of any of the suits in this show.
Yeah.
Whereas that shit that they put in Black Panther 2, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Literally the suit that Killmonger built in fucking What If was better looking than the live action suit that was in Black Panther 2.
Oh man. So and also like they did a really good job, and you can tell when the show is really proud of its visual effects because they'll put the focus on it front and center.
Yep.
And with Riri, whenever she was getting in or out of her suit, it looked seamless.
Yes.
And they you can tell they're really proud of that, and they should be. Those were great shots.
Honestly, it feels like, and maybe we'll find this out after the fact, it feels like that the same people who were doing the Iron Man stuff are probably doing this because the way this is the only time that, and I mean, we haven't seen a ton of her, but, you know, the quality of, like, the Iron Man shots is there for the most part. There's even some stuff that they do with her suit that I dare say they've never even done with Tony's stuff.
Agreed.
You know, a lot of this, like, the CGI work is not the problem here.
No, not at all.
I'd say, I actually think every single problem I have with this show is actually a writing decision.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, I might be out of my lane here, and tell me if I am, right?
Okay.
But do we have to have the basically first superhero show that stars like a young black woman, have her become a criminal?
See, that right there.
I was watching, I was like, did we?
That was
really?
that was a weird take. That was a weird take. It was and it's like I'm not sure what's going on in the minds because like I had a similar thought while watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm like, so the black guy can't get alone, even though he saved the world
multiple times.
Multiple times. I'm like, if we're trying to say something, I need you to just say that for me out loud.
Yeah, he can't just call up Pepper and be like, "Yo, can I get a meal?"
Yeah,
she'd be like, "I'll cash app you." You know.
Yeah. Speaking of people that should call Pepper, maybe Riri if she didn't shit on Tony Stark every time his name was mentioned.
Well, I actually think to me, at least in this one, they actually, she mentions Tony Stark and knows who he is.
That's an improvement.
That is definitely an improvement over before, where it's like, nah, I just built this suit. Nothing really gave me the inspiration to do so. I just, had the idea one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tony Stark, I never heard of him.
Tony Stank?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah. But there is that aspect of it, right? Mm-hmm. Where she just it's kind of back and forth. Mm-hmm. It's like she respects him, but also doesn't for other reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. So the internet has been going in on her, talking about how if she had billions of dollars, she could also do what Tony did. And it does overlook a pretty crucial element of Tony Stark, which is, and I quote, he built this in a cave.
With a box of scraps.
With a box of scraps. So on one hand, right, I understand what they were going for, but you got to be really careful when you're doing stuff, writing like this, when it's aimed at your flagship character,
Bruh. Okay, so like for a minute, I really almost was about to toss my TV out the window into the yard, because when she's like, I don't got nothing to build the suit with, and her mom's like, I'll be right back. If she had came back with the box of scraps, I would have yelled. You would have heard it from here.
Like, is that Caleb?
I totally thought that they were about to do that shit. I'm very glad that they didn't.
That would have been hilarious.
Bad.
Yeah. For all the wrong reasons, it would have been hilarious. Absolutely. Holy shit.
I'm glad they didn't go that route.
Same. Yeah, so Riri, she has like the same kind of respect for Tony Stark that like a Gen Z or even a millennial today who's in the tech field would have for like a Bill Gates or a Zuckerberg, or like, respect for the ingenuity, but you can tell that there's like an underlying, if not dislike, then disregard for Tony.
I mean, I can definitely see where she's coming from, right? It's like, oh, yeah, you were a genius, but you were also born with billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And you profited off of the deaths of millions of people.
Yes.
I mean, we know that the Tony Stark as a human being went on this like incredible, series of events that led to a lot of growth, but like the average person isn't going to know that. So I never took any umbrage with that.
I think the average person knows that he saved the world.
Sure.
Times.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I understand. I think it could have been done more tactfully, because on the one hand, you want to have that realistic take of, in reality, nobody really likes a fucking billionaire,
Right. Yeah.
But on the other hand, though, it's like for some reason in comic books, a lot of them are really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like with Tony, it's just a weird kind of juxtaposition where and we'll get into this later, but like especially with the Ezekiel Stain stuff, they really could have done some cool shit there that was missed out on.
I agree. Yeah. I like the premise though, right? Mm-hmm. The whole thing where it's like the difference between her and Tony is resources. Mm-hmm. As a premise, I like that. But the way that they pulled this off, I don't think they were saying what they wanted to say, or what I think they should have been saying.
Yeah, so she gets kicked out of college and then immediately goes into a life of crime.
Which she was committing crimes when she was in college.
That's just true.
Just lesser crimes.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about the Hood being in it. So I knew the Hood was in it from the trailer. Homies, even those of you who read comics, when's the last time you read a fucking comic with a Hood in it? You know. But okay, cool, he's here. It's just that on paper, right? Like, what the fuck is the Hood gonna do against Riri? Like, she's got a fucking Iron Man suit. But you know they they find their ways. So he was an interesting choice for me. And also, homies, don't flame roast me here, because believe it or not, despite what you may see in this room here, I haven't read like hardly any Riri.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So I mean, for all I know, maybe the Hood is like one of the main villains in her book. I don't know. But that would also be a really weird choice if he was.
It really would be.
I can tell you who also is probably not in her books, who should be, is Ezekiel. Ezekiel Stain, like, that character was created back in like the 2008 era of Iron Man books, and boy, he instantly became like a favorite of mine for like Tony's villains. And it's because like the whole idea of Ezekiel Stain is like, obviously, yes, he is the son of Obadiah, and he doesn't want revenge per se, because like he's like, yeah, I know about that's a piece of shit. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But he is a radicalist and like an extremist to like the utmost degree. And so everything that Tony stands for, Ezekiel is trying to undermine. He doesn't really care to kill Tony Stark. If it happens, great. What Ezekiel wants is to make Tony Stark irrelevant.
Right.
You know? And now, unfortunately, because Tony is dead in the MCU, if you want to introduce that character of Ezekiel, it's going to be a little bit trickier. It would have been easier to display that form of Ezekiel if they had an Armor Wars TV show.
Right.
But we don't.
We don't. And we probably never get the movie either.
Yeah. But, I mean, so we got a really watered down version of Zeke here. Who at times feels a little milquetoast, but you know, for what they're going for here, I like the actor, young Han Solo. You know,
yeah. The actor was good. He was giving me real Brian Pillman Jr. vibes the whole time. The actor was fine. The reveal was awful. Just the way it's shot and acted is terrible.
Yeah. So either one of two things. Either clearly Marvel didn't expect people to know who Ezekiel Stain was, you know,
right?
And or they thought that people didn't remember or care about Obadiah.
Right.
It could be one or both of those things, I think, which kind of culminated in them just kind of letting the limp dick flop on the table like that.
It was terrible.
It was, yeah. I texted you immediately when that scene happened.
Yeah, and I had already seen it, and I remember just being like, "Oh man, that was horribly done." Mm-hmm. I will say though, one of the things that we said positively about Superman, I think carried over here. Most of the humor in this show is not people dropping one-liners. Most of the stuff that's really funny in it, there's not a lot of humor.
There's not, no.
But most of the stuff that's actually really funny is just the characters being themselves, and it's like naturally occurring humor, which is what you want. So there were some moments that were genuinely pretty hilarious to me, but this show is definitely not out to be funny.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not, and I appreciate the show for that.
Yeah.
So, what you think about the Hood?
I thought that the actor was actually pretty good, but I'll be honest, I don't think they really knew what they were doing with him. So like, for example, like Ezekiel, right? Like the way that what Riri does to him, I was like, I'm totally with Zeke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like fry this bitch. Like I would. You know what I mean?
You had me locked up.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally promised me this shit wasn't gonna gonna blow back on me, and then within 24 hours, I was like in jail.
Yeah,
over some shit you did. Nah, but so you got that right, and then I mean, contrasting that with like the Hood, which that reveal just didn't really hit with me when they kind of reveal, his dad put him out at 12 or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I get that. It's like your father was a complete asshole, but like you had to come up with this whole bullshit plan,
right?
You had to literally make a deal with the devil.
With the devil.
Now, I was incredibly pleased with Mephisto.
In episode 6, I was upset when he wasn't on screen.
Yes. Yes.
Can we go back to the Mephisto stuff?
Yeah. Sacha Baron Cohen is a fucking tremendous pick for Mephisto.
Yes.
He nailed it.
Yes.
His little, like, he was perfect at all times, basically. The whole line of, like, what's this going to cost me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing you're going to miss. I feel like they are.
Yeah, imagine making a deal with Mephisto and he's like, what's going to cost me? Oh, nothing you miss. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, where are my nipples?
I do miss them.
I never used them, but I would like them back, Mephisto.
I was like, I did not actually get the Mephisto thing spoiled for me ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
But
when'd you pick it up?
About episode 4. Okay. When all the black shit started coming up on his skin and everything, I was like, okay, we're getting into some weird shit here. And then when Zelma, which by the way, best character in the whole show, love her. Can we get a Zelma miniseries, please?
No, not everybody needs a goddamn miniseries.
Yeah, correct. I agree with you, but I would watch the fuck out of a Zelma show, and the homie K agrees. Like,
I knew that was gonna be right up her alley. Like if Kay watches this.
Oh yeah. So let me tell you, like I was watching this and she just kind of was in the room, like playing Stardew Valley or whatever. And slowly she just kind of would be like looking up, and the next thing I know, she's done closed the laptop, Yeah. Because she was not hyped at all for the show either, and she ended up really enjoying it until the end. Yeah, Zelma to me, absolute highlight. I loved every second that she was on the screen, basically. So her and Mephisto are the highlights.
Yeah. How do you think this show did with the balance of technology versus like deep dark magic?
I think it did terribly.
Okay.
I'll be honest, man. The best. Let me take that back. I wish we had got to see her actually fight the Hood before she had the magic put on the suit.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to show that, like the probably, I do enjoy the final fight between the two of them. It was wonderfully shot.
It was.
It's got better action in it than I can name 10 Marvel movies right now, where the action in this show is better than those movies. Fucking all of Ant-Man 2 and 3. Right off the rip.
Oh, yeah.
Not 1, because 1 actually has an amazing fight scene.
It's got a couple.
It's got a couple, yeah. Motherfucker tossed a goddamn Thomas Tank Engine at a motherfucker like, that's a wrap. But yeah, there's some great, there's a great practical fight scene in this movie and a great kind of CGI fest fight scene. The fight between her and the other members of the crew, I loved that scene. Because you kind of got to see all of their, like, expertise versus her and how she had learned about them and like knew what they were going to do.
I thought it made them look so doofy. I was like, you guys, I don't like it was already hard enough for me to believe, for me to look at the crew, any of them besides like the Hood, and even he looked goofy sometimes.
I mean, the motherfuckers walking around modern day New York City, Chicago, wearing a motherfucking cape,
right? Non-ironically,
yeah.
A pimp cape,
yeah, a demonic pimp cape,
right? But so when we get like the diner fight scene when like the crew shows up, and we get like are they twins, the siblings, I don't remember if they were twins or not. But
I don't know.
We get the siblings that show up, and I was like, You guys never sold me on the fact that you guys are like these elite badass fighters. Like I didn't buy it when y'all said it in episode 1 or whatever, and I don't buy it here either. And then like, not to sound like Jim Cornette, but when 78-pound Riri Williams just is able to outmaneuver you like that, the both of you simultaneously, it would be different if she pulled a Tony Stark and Jerry rigged some shit together,
right?
To nullify them.
And I'll be honest, when I saw Tony Stark doing that shit in Iron Man 3, I didn't like it then.
Yeah, right. But also, like, it's because in Iron Man 3, it had been like an hour and 15 minutes and still no Iron Man suit.
Yeah. The fight with the two, I forget their names, the Seattle Pride Fest version of the Mauler twins. That part of the fight I didn't really like. But once Clown showed up, I really liked their fight with the explosives and all that shit.
That was definitely better. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I did like that she trapped him in the bubble.
Yeah.
It's like, you stupid fucks.
Right.
Y'all are not the brains of this operation.
Or the brawn.
Yeah,
I don't know what you do here.
Yeah. Also, like, the point where she, like, is like, well, just get it over, and, like, one of them pulls out the gun. I was like, why don't you just shoot her in the booth?
Yeah. You had this the whole time?
Yeah. I thought she didn't have a gun.
Yeah.
Like, when y'all walked up and it was like her and Zelma in the booth, why didn't you just blap?
Yeah.
Now, Zelma might have fucked you up, but...
That's the thing. Like, Zelma absolutely could have. Like,
yeah, when Riri was like, nah, I got this, I would have been like, no steak.
Right. I haven't read a whole lot with Zelma in it, and she is, I believe, in the Ironheart books, but I think the only time I read her was maybe in Strange Academy, which that just got an omnibus. People love Strange Academy.
I knew it wasn't going to be Dormammu when they brought that out.
So you knew that was a misdirect?
Oh, absolutely,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the average people did, but I was like, if that's the reveal, they wouldn't do it now.
That's true.
Yeah.
And also, like, that just seems even more, no pun intended, out of the realm of believability.
Right.
Because it's the equivalent of, like, Iron Man fighting Dormammu. Like, it's a weird choice.
Right.
The Zeke stuff here. I have a question about this. I wasn't aware that Obadiah's body wasn't recovered from the crash. But we also see Zeke has obviously the remains in the bag.
Well, I figured that they would have just been like, yeah, his body
up.
burnt up in the plane crash.
Maybe, yeah.
That was my guess.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was some kind of cover up or what. But I just thought it was weird that Obadiah was still being revered as, like, this upstanding person. Like, so no one dropped the dime that Obadiah was an asshole this whole time?
No. I mean, because we knew they covered it up.
Why?
Why did they cover it up?
Why would they cover up Obadiah being an asshole? Why cover up that he was in the Ironmonger suit trying to kill Tony Stark? His suit malfunctioned. Tony won. Oba was making trying to make trade deals with the 10 Rings terrorist group.
I think they didn't want to tank the stock.
I mean, probably.
Because, back then, they were still worried about that shit.
Yeah. But with race stocks, like the fucking owner and CEO being like, hey, I have, like, the greatest weapon on the globe right now. Anywho, I was curious about that.
But they did say in the movie, like at the end, there's like a clip on the news or whatever where they talk about him being killed in like a plane crash or whatever. Yeah. So I assume they were just like, well, we put out that cover up. We might as well not go back and be like, hey guys, we really lied. So what happened?
Yeah. And how much of that does Zeke know then?
It seemed to me like Zeke knew everything.
Yeah.
So you think Nick Fury was like, man, look, your dad fucked up.
Your dad was a real asshole. Let me break it down for you.
Yeah. I do like the actor for Zeke, and I am glad that they sort of like fixed him or whatever at the end of the show. So,
man, he's just the character that has none of the resolve of what I wanted from Zeke in the comics. Because Zeke is one of the characters where like the powers are cool, yeah, but that's not what really makes him that interesting.
Yeah,
is just his tenacity as a person.
He's all over the place in this show. Like, when you first meet him, he's this like quiet, reserved dude who like won't stand up for himself, and then the next episode, he's strong arming Riri into helping him, and then the next episode, he's like, "Yeah, man, if anybody discovered that I had this fucking tech, they're gonna put me away for life. But you know what? I know I just met you last week. Yeah, you can borrow some."
Yeah.
And then the next episode, he's like, "Oh, Riri Williams, I motherfucking hate you." And then then he's like, "Please help."
Yeah, he's a very reactionary character.
Yeah,
in the show,
he's very plot devicey.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest, if you take him out of the show completely, you just have like a 4-episode show, and it doesn't really change anything.
That is true. It's kind of true.
Like, I like that they introduced him here, but if you're gonna bring him in, do something with him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Let's talk about the Natalie AI here.
Yeah,
this is interesting, and this is something that Marvel has done a few times. They actually did something similar in Falcon and Winter Soldier. What I'm talking about is when they introduce like a concept that is either controversial or deep, and they don't know where to go with it, so they don't.
Yeah.
They did that here. You know, in Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was with the Elijah Bradley stuff.
Right.
And you know, Sam was like, "Damn, man, that's crazy." Anyway, I gotta go be Captain America.
Yeah, I gotta go put on the Stars and Stripes.
Yeah. And here, it's kind of a similar thing where I can see both sides of this argument here with Natalie. And at least they introduced the idea that this can be problematic, you know. But at the end of the day, the only thing that kind of saves that for me is Riri makes what can be determined as a selfish decision when she makes the deal with Mephisto.
She makes a lot of selfish ass decisions in this show. And that one, I mean, I don't know that I would call that decision selfish. I think it's stupid. I don't know if that decision is selfish though, because you know, she does kind of clarify with him, and this goes down to whether you can fucking believe Mephisto or not. Like, what exactly is he bound by, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, she does say, you only want me, right? You're not going to come after my people. And he says yes. So, I mean, honestly, I think this might be the most selfless decision that she makes. I still think it's very, very dumb. Like, she's supposed to be, like, a genius. Now, granted, intelligence and wisdom are two different stats.
Yeah.
Like if you were to, I don't know, be targeted by a super terrorist and then put your address out on the news. We didn't like that shit either.
Nope.
To me, I mean, I didn't really look at this decision as selfish. I actually thought it was rather selfless to an extent. If it's like, okay, well, I'm going to suffer some shit in the future for you to bring my friend back, right? But on that same note, man, there's no telling what the fuck he's going to use her for.
Yeah.
And it's dumb.
It's very dumb.
It's just plain dumb.
And I guess I found it selfish because she brought her friend back not just because, or not even, but primarily because her friend has his whole life to live. It's because she misses her friend and she can't deal with the grief.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's just something that you're gonna have to try to work through, you know, as much as it sucks.
I did really love, like, so when this show it's trying to do a lot of things. Mm-hmm. It's trying to, you know, it's like it's trying to say something about, you know, using AI to recreate people who have passed.
Yep.
Right. but it's also trying to say something about like grief as a whole. I think it does a whole lot better when it's trying to talk about grief than it does when it's trying to talk about the AI thing, because with the AI thing, they do very similar to what, you talked about with Isaiah Bradley, where they're like, shit, brother, that sucks. I'm out. And they kind of just brush over this, where she ends up getting deleted or whatever. And they have that really good scene with, what's his name?
The kind of love interest dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Searching.
Yep. Xavier,
yeah. And he was just like, yo, you got to fucking delete this thing. Like, Now, was that his sister?
I was trying to figure out the tie there. It could have been his sister.
Either way, they were super close.
Yeah.
But I felt, it felt to me like that was his sister. But if not, then like they were that close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is really interesting, like, the way that like Riri handles the grief or doesn't, and like versus like the way her mom handles it.
Yeah.
Whereas you kind of feel like, her mom is in a bad spot, but her mom is also like working through it. Mostly alone, because Riri is definitely not interested in doing that.
Right.
So, and it is an important topic, right? Because I mean, especially like right now, I mean, you can get an AI to resemble anybody that you want.
Yeah. You can put your deceased family member in a picture with you using AI.
Yeah.
Like it's very creepy, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, just being frank about it, it's very creepy.
And I mean, folks, we are in the opening kind of stages of it. I mean, granted, like AI type stuff has been going on for a while. But I mean, I think where we are right now is really in the opening stages of where we're going to see it sort of creep into our lives more. So, I mean, yeah, you already probably like me are sick of every app you use. Fucking Amazon has a goddamn AI thing at the bottom.
Right.
When you try to open up your Photos app on your phone, it's like, do you want to search with the AI?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And I mean, it's going to be just like when like the ability to download music popped up, where it's like, oh, well, here's Napster. I can go here and download some songs. That's crazy. I used to have to go to the store and buy a CD.
Yeah.
Think about how many places you can stream music from now.
Oh my gosh. Where can't you stream music from?
Right. Exactly.
I wonder how many episodes of the Superhero Homies do we have to feed to ChatGPT or any of these other AI software programs until it can just replicate an episode? How many episodes do we have to input into one of these programs and just be like, go ahead and give us our Fantastic Four review?
When I get home, I'm absolutely going to see if I can get my AI model that I have at home to like write a script for an episode of this show.
Oh my gosh.
I will share my findings with you guys. Because I do have a local AI model that I train at the house.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's not allowed to get on the internet.
Oh,
I've seen Age of Ultron.
I was going to say, you've seen Ultron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Let's talk more about this Mephisto stuff, because I'll be honest, man, like that was kind of like my driving force there at the end of the show.
I mean, obviously, they have a plan for this sort of magical side of the MCU, and I think ultimately that's going to culminate in like a Wanda or Agatha or whoever versus Mephisto, right?
I'll be honest, if we don't see Mephisto with Doctor Strange and Peter Parker, Marvel's missed the boat.
Oh, I think we will. Yeah. And honestly, I really want to see him with Matt Murdock.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, bring him into Born Again.
Yeah. 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 Tempt Matt to bring Foggy back to life.
Oh my God. Do you think he would do it?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I could see it go either way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they kind of can't now, right? Like, I feel like if Riri had told him to fuck off, then, like, Matt could do it. But, like, now that Riri didn't do that, I think Matt would have to.
Were you surprised that Riri didn't tell Mephisto to fuck off?
Yes and no. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like she made this choice out of nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's been super obvious that she's grieving for this person that was, like, everything to her for the whole show. So, like, I don't think that, like, you know, this wasn't some crazy out of left field character decision. I mean, I actually think the writing for all the Natalie Gary stuff is actually really good. Yeah. This must have been what Ryan Coogler contributed. Because I swear to God, like, once again, I just feel like these days with Marvel, it's like, if our show has black people in it, we got to say Ryan Coogler was involved. Like, they have to stamp it at the top. And I'm just like, how does Ryan Coogler not have a problem with this concept? You know what? I mean, if you want to give him, like, okay, like, he's in charge of, like, the Wakanda stuff, that's fine. But this takes place in Chicago.
But and also, like, for those of you who have seen Ryan Coogler's movies, like, almost all of them, with the exception of, like, Fruitvale Station and Sinners, you're gonna get a scene from Compton,
right?
You know? And there's none of that here. So therefore, Ryan Coogler could not have done this show.
But you know, they put him in big old letters at the beginning of every episode,
bro. Yeah, it's like front and center.
Yeah, they're like, by the way, did you know?
Yeah,
you know.
Like the showrunner's name would be in smaller font than Ryan Coogler's.
It's like fucking. It's like when they were advertising Man of Steel. You know?
Oh yeah.
They were like, by the way, Christopher Nolan saw this and said it was dope.
Yeah. It's like directed by Zack Snyder, the executive producer Christopher Nolan, who made Interstellar and the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah. And then it's like Henry Cavill and all these other people in like 7 font on the edge of the poster.
Yeah, it's the same shit here.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
the same
much.
Shit.
Pretty much. But yeah, man, I really like all the Natalie Gary stuff, like the two of them, like and like how the characters are dealing with the grief and like the way they kind of explain to you, like they showed you how important they are to these characters, and then we get to find out like what actually happened.
Yeah,
and so her making the choice at the end, I didn't have such a huge issue with her making the choice because it wasn't like this character wouldn't make the choice. It was more of just like, how do you not realize this is a terrible decision? Or does she just not care? You know?
You know, here's the thing, right? Mephisto, one of his many monikers is the Lord of Lies.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's always going to be a monkey's paw scenario when you're dealing with Mephisto.
Like, she clearly had not heard of him.
Clearly.
I'm like, you can't Google this shit real quick before you say something?
That would have been in her best interest for sure. You know, another thing that the internet has kind of been going back and forth on, and this is more from like the comic book nerd side of things, is when Mephisto says, I don't remember exactly what he says, but he basically says that Dormammu ain't shit compared to him.
Yeah, and I was like,
and people were like, and so like, you know, my thing of it is again, Mephisto is the Lord of Lies.
Yeah. Also, he would think that.
Yeah. He would think that. He would definitely say that if Dormammu ain't in the room.
Yeah.
And also like, I will. It's always tricky, right? But if you are in Mephisto's realm, then Mephisto will damn near always have the advantage, you know?
Right.
If you go to Dormammu's dark dimension, then yeah, you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
On neutral ground, Mephisto's power comes mostly from manipulation. He has a lot of just straight out abstract power, sure, but his whole thing is manipulation and deal making. Whereas Dormammu is a fucking sorcerer, dark, evil entity sorcerer. You know,
Doctor Strange had an Infinity Stone and still got killed like
yes.
50 times.
Yes. Absolutely.
His KDR was shit.
Right. It's really the equivalent of like trying to farm something from a boss.
Yeah.
You know, and just reloading over and over again.
Exactly.
I want to see Mephisto damn near everywhere. And I know that's not healthy for the MCU, but we've been waiting for him since WandaVision.
Yeah.
5 years.
And I'll be honest, like I am really happy with like the character himself. Like I like that they introduced him here. My question is like, do they have plans for Riri? Like, where does this character go from here?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't see them doing a season 2 of this show. So, like, clearly the reason you would want to set all this shit up is to use it in something else. I mean, are they gonna try to feed this into Doomsday or Black Panther 3 or like what in the fuck are they doing here?
That is an excellent question, and I'm not really sure what the answer to that is. I mean, Riri will go the same route as America Chavez. You guys don't remember who America Chavez is, do you? You know,
she's gonna be 30 by the time Young Avengers comes out.
Yeah,
that's supposedly gonna have her in it.
Right, all of them will be.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Iman Vellani is the only one who's not gonna look 30 when that movie comes out.
Yeah,
she's still gonna look 15, but she's gonna be 30.
Right. And I think America Chavez might be the youngest of them because I think she was like 18 when Doctor Strange 2 came out.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's been fucking gone the whole time. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the plans are for Riri. From what I understand, as of now, the show is not getting a season 2. The Hood is also still out there, but he's hoodless. So, I mean, he's kind of a non-entity as well.
The after credit scene was astounding to me. Like, I mean, I guess the only thing they possibly could do is, like, bring this up in, like, whatever the next, like, magic corner of the universe show that they're going to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Mephisto also has to interact with Wanda.
Yes.
And with the right writing, then Marvel hasn't missed the boat.
Yeah.
I do think it would have been ideal to see Mephisto with Wanda sooner than this. Dare I say he probably should have appeared in WandaVision first. Or, you know, somewhere along the lines. But, you know, he's got to make the deal with Wanda. I know you want your children back.
Right.
You know. I mean, and I just think that would have been the perfect leeway to get the Wanda we got in Multiverse of Madness.
She already got one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
but technically Wanda, she's MIA. I'm gonna say she's dead. She's MIA right now.
Yeah.
You know, so it would be interesting if she did die in Multiverse of Madness and Mephisto has her soul.
Yeah.
And maybe, who knows, maybe her children are trying to retrieve her soul.
Maybe they, flip the script. I would be interested in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much that they could do with him. He's such a great villain.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the casting is chef's kiss.
Sacha Baron Cohen, he was excellent.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed with his Mephisto.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor. And a lot of people, because of all the roles he played basically in his early career, all the Borat bullshit,
Ollie G,
the Dictator, which is fucking hilarious actually. People really like downplay like how good of an actor he is, but pretty much all the serious roles that I've seen him in, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really liked him here, and I think he did a tremendous job.
I think we're also overlooking like an obvious person who has to show up at some point now. Like Mephisto is such a pivotal character, especially for the darker corners of Marvel. We got to get Ghost Rider at some point,
right? Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, we absolutely have to.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. I want more Zelma, but I really don't want more Hood. Like,
if they're a package deal, that's a hard sell for me.
He don't even got the Hood anymore.
Right.
Also, I waited 6 motherfucking episodes for Shuri to show up, and it never happened. Anger.
She's busy doing Black Panther stuff.
I totally thought when the after credit scene happened, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. here we go. And then I was like, oh, Zelma's here. Cool.
Also, can you just say on Marvel TV you want Thor's hammer? I guess that's okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All right, you know.
Yeah. I guess you can.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking. What's her name? The one that had Howard the Duck's egg.
No.
Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it.
Oh wow, yeah. She did a lot
before she took that Howard the Dick.
The Howard the Dick. He hit her with that fucking corkscrew
and laid that egg.
Yeah. God damn it. Oh, she shouldn't be alive for that birth.
She was like, Daisy Duck ain't got shit on me.
Oh.
Weird shit happening in the MCU, folks.
Absolutely, man. Like, they went off the rails and what if. Holy shit.
We just thought the first season was like what if. No, the third season is really what if.
Yeah.
Like, what if we just let, like, Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland write a season of what if while they were high off their asses.
High as shit, yeah. Oh, boy.
I don't even think Justin Roiland would have been like, let's have an episode where Darcy hooks up and lays an egg from Howard the Duck.
That whole episode feels like somebody's sick fantasy.
Yeah. It really does.
Oh.
I gotta say, man, so like, I think episodes 3 and 5 of this show feel stellar. Like, coming out, so like, when you said you had just finished 2, you were like, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And I was like, all right. I didn't say this, but I was like, give it an episode. Like, episode 3 was dope. And then...
What was episode 3? Is that the heist?
That's where they actually do the big heist and everything. Yeah. And that's where she ends up leaving the fake skin behind and everything. And, like, all of that stuff was really cool. The fight between her and John, was his name? Cousin John. Mm-hmm. And like... hit her, leaving him in there to suffocate and all that shit. Like, all that whole episode was really good. It was really well shot and well done. And then episode 4 felt like a damn near beach episode where, like, okay, all this shit happened and then now we got to just have all this come down, popcorn episode, which I feel like a fucking hour long of that is not necessary.
In a 6-episode season.
Right, yeah. And then episode 5... Mm-hmm. That's where we got the fight in the diner and the fight with Zeke and everything, and then of course the finale. Right. And I think the finale, is good because of Mephisto basically, and the fight that it's got a good action scene in it.
Yeah,
but like episodes 3 and 5, the way that they're done, I feel like those are really good episodes of television. I don't know what they were necessarily doing in some of the others. And I also feel like the plot of this show, towards the end, they just really didn't know what to do with it. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, by the time you get to the end of the show, it doesn't feel like it's really that much about Riri finding her identity as Ironheart.
Right.
It feels like it's more about reconciling grief, but put a pin in that because Riri took the wrong path, and she made the deal. And so in that regard, it almost feels like it's more about setting up Mephisto.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically turned this into like a Mephisto origin show, which is really weird because usually with these shows or these movies, when you're making it about like the titular character, going into it, when you come out of the other side of that, you want them to be like a big thing. And here, I mean, it's like she says in the diner fight, and they're like, it's going to be an interesting headline tomorrow. She's like, my death won't make the news. Which that was a dope line, by the way, for her to drop there.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it wouldn't make the news.
Yeah. And that's the sad truth of it all.
Yeah.
That suit that she had in episode 1, would that be hers or would it belong to MIT?
I think it technically belonged to MIT.
I figured as much.
Because they came after her for stealing it pretty much.
Yeah, because I think that most of the funding probably came from them, right?
From Tony Stark, actually.
No. Oh shit.
Because remember in Civil War,
Oh, that's right.
he's at MIT and he's like funds all their projects or whatever.
That's right.
So yeah, she actually built that suit off of that grant.
Well, that makes it even more awkward. Yeah.
Right.
What else in this show happened? Oh yeah. So I was loosely familiar with the Hood, right? Like I remember when he came out, and it was kind of like a big to do when he first dropped, and his origin. I like what they did here in the show with him making the deal with Mephisto. That's not how it happened in the comics. In the comics, he just steals like a pair of demonic boots and a cape that gives him abilities. But here, having him make this deal with Mephisto, I thought was cool, and I like the whole scene actually.
Yeah,
he's running from the cops, and then there's this guy who comes up out of nowhere and feeds him delicious pizza.
Yeah,
I would have took the deal too.
Yeah, he's like, you can stay here and get arrested, or you can come with me.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, this food was dope, man, but I really just can't.
Yeah,
I do think at some points his character does kind of descend into kind of mustache twirling.
He was one note for me the whole way through.
Yeah. Even when they tried to explain like why he did all this shit, I'm like, he still comes across as an asshole even in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
This dude doesn't seem like he was a good guy who just fell in with Mephisto or whatever. He seemed like he was an asshole, and Mephisto knew it and capitalized on it.
Yeah, took advantage of it. And I think that's something else that we can kind of take note on of Mephisto. Like he takes advantage of people who are grieving and people who are already assholes.
Yeah.
They're the easy to manipulate.
Yeah, and especially here where, we see that scene, and I love this scene where he like calls out to Mephisto and Mephisto answers. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, you gave me all this and it's not enough, I want more or whatever. And he's just like, well, sucks to be you, dog. I told you I would give it to you. I didn't say it was going to be enough.
Right.
And like, I'm 100% with Mephisto in that scene. Mm-hmm. I was like, tell this little bitch how it is.
Oh, yeah, because he said he wanted to be... And like Mephisto's manipulation tactics, you can tell he's been doing this for a while,
Oh, yeah.
They're at the diner scene, or like, Mephisto likes to eat. I also realized that too. Likes to indulge.
Real Raphael vibes.
Yeah, he likes his pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he's there with the Hood, he's like, so just tell me what you want. Like, what is it that you want? And the Hood's like, well, I don't really know what I want. And Mephisto's like, all right, man, look, I'm out.
Yeah. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah. He's like, wait. I want to be, what's he say? Disgusting, filthy,
greasy
rich. But so specific.
Yeah. Yeah. This motherfucker, these people ain't never watched Supernatural at all.
Right.
You got to be very specific with these terms.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to get a lawyer, actually.
Yeah.
Go get Matt Murdock to draw you up.
And he's going to be like, don't make a deal with this person.
Yeah. Absolutely. I guess another reason why Matt wouldn't make the deal is, first of all, Matt's going to be like, I didn't hear you come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't like this at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think if Mephisto got to him right after it happened,
yeah,
maybe, but not now. He's gonna learn how to live without him now.
I don't know, man, because I go back to that scene with him and the Punisher, that excellent scene, and he's still reeling pretty bad.
I don't think he's over. I think it's still a light spot for him, but I mean, he's able to live. He's got a life.
I can also see him going to Peter and no one knows who you are. I know it's gotta be a lonely life. You lost your best friend, you lost your girlfriend, you lost your aunt. I can see him. What if they pull a reverse One More Day, and but Peter doesn't have anything to sacrifice at this point. That's kind of the only thing. He can't sacrifice Aunt May for MJ, or MJ for Aunt May. He don't have either.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I don't know, but I mean, this version of Mephisto seems to be playing like the long game, where he'll give you something now, and then let it build, and then reap his reward later. So
Yeah, I mean, I could absolutely like if they put him in Brand New Day, that would be incredible.
Yes.
And holy shit, if he gets a hold of Frank Castle.
Oh, oh man. I don't like that.
Nope.
I don't like that one bit.
Nope.
Yeah.
That was horrifying.
So, bear with me here.
Okay.
All right. Because this is gonna be like a doozy of a trip.
This is by the way, folks, if this is your first time tuning in, anytime one of us, especially me, says, bear with me here, it usually goes horribly off the rails.
Yeah.
But proceed.
So yeah, this is me really kind of going off the rails here with theorizing. But what if Mephisto does show up in Brand New Day? And Peter, he doesn't have his super suits anymore. No Tony Stark suits. And he's out here in his fucking homemade pajamas.
He's out here in the common loot.
Yeah, in the common loot. It's gray.
Yeah. No +1 or anything.
It's not yellow, not green, not blue. It's just and he's out here contending with whoever the villain is that decide to go with. And he's not having a good time. He's in a bad spot. He sees MJ with a new dude. Like he's got no one to talk to. He's vulnerable, the kind of person who Mephisto would go to. Mephisto's always had a hard on for Peter anyway. Like, this is perfect opportunity. And he says, Peter, I know that you feel worn out, you feel let down. Listen, you're a good kid. You deserve a break. I'll give you the power you need to be the superhero you want to be. And, they do the whole thing, and Peter accepts. Nothing happens, but then the next day, the little bit of symbiote that's left over, we get our Black Suit Spider-Man, and he has to deal with the symbiote in that regard.
That would be an interesting way to go about it.
Yeah. Just some food for thought,
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Like the one thing that with Brand New Day that really gets to me, and this isn't officially confirmed, but it's all but confirmed, is Sadie Sink as Mayday Parker. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like, she's coming over from another universe, right, and possibly also time travel.
Yep.
So, like, where does that fit in? Did she come back to stop Peter from making the deal with Mephisto? Like, is it something like that? Or, what? She's got to have some reason to be here.
It's interesting you bring that up, because the reason why Mephisto has such a boner for Peter is because Mephisto thinks that his heart, his purity, either Peter or someone in his lineage is going to be the one to ultimately stop him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is some tie-in there. So
yeah,
I can see that. Now they made this the Mephisto episode, but I mean,
Marvel did it, not us.
Yeah.
They made the Ironheart finale the Mephisto episode.
Yeah, the Mephisto all along.
Yeah.
Also, man, Ringo made a deal with Mephisto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yep. So did Shakespeare, apparently.
And Shakespeare.
Yep.
And the entire Forbes 100 list, which I was like, yeah, that tracks.
That tracks. That absolutely tracks. Yeah, and I feel bad, right? Because, like, I should be saying and thinking, man, I can't wait to see what happens next with Ironheart. But instead, I'm like, man, I can't see what happens next with Mephisto.
Do you think that they're just going to write Riri off here? Or, like, obviously, we want to see what's going to happen with her.
Yeah.
I am interested.
Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued. I like to see what happens next.
I give a shit way more about her than I did.
Oh, yeah.
Infinitely so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, like, after Black Panther 2,
mm-hmm,
I didn't give a fuck about this. Like,
yeah,
her showing in that movie is horrible.
It's not great.
And I did not care about that character at all. I do think her decisions are all over the place, though, in this script.
Yeah. There is a little bit of her doing whatever the plot needs her to do.
There are moments where it dips into Iron Man 3 territory, but unlike Iron Man 3, it doesn't stay there very long.
Yeah.
Fortunately. There's not like a giant bunny rabbit or anything.
Yeah, thankfully. But you're right.
People forget there's a giant fucking bunny in that.
For no reason. Yeah. For no reason. I thought for sure, like, there was going to be something in that rabbit that's going to come into play. No.
He had like a fucking mech suit inside of it that was just going to bust out.
Right.
Like the Rabbitron 9000 or something.
None of that. There are some similarities, though, between this show and Iron Man 3. Like some of the themes, like the themes of grief and anxiety, the panic attacks, there are some similarities there. Her fucking first AI, Clippy.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have known from that point, Riri, that you weren't going to make it home.
Yeah, because everybody immediately thought of Clippy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I'm surprised she made it that far.
Clippy fucking sucked, folks.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't know Clippy, be grateful.
You'd just be like trying to copy and paste some shit, and Clippy would be like, "Do you want to make a table?" And it didn't matter what you said. If you said yeah, Clippy would fuck your table up. And if you said no, Clippy would just come back in a few seconds with some other bullshit.
Yeah.
The first thing anybody would do when they would sit down at a computer in like the late 90s is turn motherfucking Clippy off.
Turn him the fuck off. Get him out of here.
He was like what the AI today is trying to do, but like without any of the sophistication.
Yeah.
There's a reason that when you buy Microsoft Office, Clippy is not in that shit.
Right.
For like the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if in Age of Ultron, instead of running into Jarvis, you ran into Clippy.
We would be dead.
Yeah. We'd all be fucking dead.
Roll them credits.
Right. Yeah, we'd be fucked. I don't know what happens next with Riri. She, excuse me, she's got some avenues to go. Obviously, her friend is alive again. It's like we have to see some kind of culmination of all of her decisions. And ultimately, we have to see her kind of learn from some of these mistakes that she's made. And, like, the decision she makes to bring Natalie back to life at the expense of who knows what, that's got to come home to roost, and we have to see that.
Yep.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I really want to see what happens here, especially with that angle.
Yeah. I don't need to see the hood.
Nope.
I'm good.
We need some more Zelma, though.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
You know what they need to do, man?
That actress fine, too.
Dog, yeah. I mentioned this earlier. Strange Academy is a really popular Marvel book right now, and this is exactly what it sounds like. It takes you through Doctor Strange's school, basically, and like all the different curriculums and all the different classes, and they're actually really specific, oddly specific. And you get to see some of the sorcerers, like Magic. She teaches a class there. I think Doctor Strange does actually pop in and teach particular classes. Who else teaches there? I forget who all teaches there. Dr. Voodoo teaches there as well. I think he teaches like the Voodoo class or the Necromancy class. But anyways, like they have enough magic users in Marvel now. Like if they want to do something like that, they could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had more to say about this show, but I can only talk about Mephisto so much.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot in the show, to be honest, guys. Like, I mean, we get our setup of our main characters. There's a lot of like Riri and the crew stuff. As a matter of fact, the first 3 episodes is basically that. And then we go into we get more on Zeke. We get more on her family and like life back in Chicago and everything. And then from there, I mean, we're already kind of barreling towards the finale. It's only a 6-episode show. Yeah.
I do wish that with Riri getting the magic on her suit, it felt kind of rushed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It felt like that needed more time to build up and breathe. And like you said, I agree with you. She should have tried to fight the hood without the magic first.
Yeah.
So we could really see like the dire needs for it.
Also, the Hood has vague powers, and we hate that shit.
We hate that. Absolutely. And yeah, his powers are super vague.
The bullet redirection stuff was cool.
Yeah.
But explain the way the shit works to me, please.
Right. Yeah, well, it's like he said himself. It's magic.
It's magic. Magic. You want to score this thing?
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and score this thing. Get out.
My turn or your turn?
So
I think I went first on Superman.
You did. I wanted to say it was your turn, but I know it's mine. Yeah.
I'll make Oz or Dylan go first on Fantastic. Dylan, because he's actually always wanted to go first.
Yeah, that'd be good for him. It'll hopefully be a good movie. All right, so the Ironheart TV show, like we said earlier, is far from the worst thing that Marvel has done. The show actually has some really good qualities to it. There are a lot of things about the show that I enjoyed, actually. I thought that some of the action on it was really good. The CG, especially on the suit, looked top-notch. That last fight scene, for me in particular, between Riri and the Hood, I thought was great. That actually had me really, really drawn in and invested.
It was dope.
Yeah. I like that Riri is a flawed character. Sometimes she comes off as maybe a little too flawed. Or not that she's too flawed, but she doesn't really seem to learn a lot of lessons that maybe she should. And where the show kind of leaves us at, we need to see more of her so that she can come around and learn some of these lessons. But I do like a flawed protagonist. But I like a flawed protagonist who learns. The pacing of the show for me is kind of iffy. And it's because some of these episodes don't feel like they completely deserve that 45-minute runtime.
Right.
Like if we round up and say the show was 6 hours, I think we could have did it in 4.5.
Yeah.
Like you said, the humor in the show I think does work. There's not a lot of it here, but it does work. And the themes of grief is explored pretty thoroughly, but we kind of need to see the other shoe drop for this thing here. Mephisto was excellent. I absolutely loved the Mephisto, and I knew Mephisto was in it. But even still, seeing the build up and getting the reveal was really, really cool for me. I mean, is this show great? No. Will I go back and rewatch it anytime soon? Probably not, man. But yeah, this show, I think if you guys are fans of the MCU to any regard and you want something to kind of watch and, just turn your brain off and have, a decent time with it, this show will do it. I'm going to give Ironheart actually a 6.6 out of 10.
Okay. I enjoyed the show. I definitely didn't come out of it going, oh, I wasted my time here. I definitely went into it going, fuck, I got to just devote 6 hours. I went into it with the mindset of, I'm about to yeet 6 hours into the abyss, right? And I was pleasantly surprised that I was entertained the whole time. This show, to me, never really finds its identity. And I also don't really know what the purpose or the goal was. Because you would think the purpose or the goal would be to make Riri Williams, a.k.a. Ironheart, like a household name. And oddly enough, I mean, watching this show, you come out of it feeling like where she ends up at the end of this show is more of an afterthought to what is her deal with Mephisto and what is he going to do next. So it's really interesting in that regard. And also, I'm with you. I would have liked to have seen maybe the Natalie reveal at the end at the 4.5 mark, and then we have another 2 episodes after that or so.
Yeah,
or at least one episode. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for them to take me from oh god I don't want to watch this to I actually wanted more at the end. I mean, I gotta applaud them for that. I think it looks good. I think it's shot super well. The production value is there. I don't want to know how much this fucking show cost. There's no way they're making that money back off of it just with the streaming. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see with a lot of Phase 4 and 5 with Marvel, it's like either I don't enjoy this, or it's like, oh, I do enjoy this, but what the fuck are they going to do with it? America Chavez fans, this is for you. Or, if you wanted to see what Kit Harington's character was going to do.
Gosh. Forgot about him.
You forget Kit Harington was in there? Or
so was Blade.
Yeah, and Thanos' brother.
Yeah.
It
sounds like we're making this up. We're not.
We're not, yeah. This is just all these like random dangling threads that like Marvel just has spun up with absolutely no intention of following up on them. So is Riri Williams the latest victim of that trend? I really hope Mephisto isn't. All that being said, man, I thought that was very elegantly put. I'm actually going to give this a 7.2 out of 10.
There you have it, folks. Do they ever call her Ironheart in this show?
No, but they find a cool way to put it at the beginning of every episode. I actually did enjoy that nice little touch.
I think at the end it should have just been stamped Ironhead because she is called that.
Yeah, when they said that, I was like, well, that's not what I thought of. Yeah. Immediately, it's like, hey, girl, let me get some of that Ironhead.
Get some Ironhead, girl. Oh, no.
I was like, yeah, that was a poor choice.
Yeah, we could have got that a different way.
It was almost as bad as Fortnite with the Fantastic Four skins. Like, y'all probably should have shopped that better.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah, I was like, maybe y'all should have workshopped that.
You probably should have. The Fantastic Four skin. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, they really should have thought that shit through.
Yeah, they should have workshopped that one some more.
Yeah.
At least say it out loud.
Yeah. Did nobody in the room actually like say it out loud before they put that shit out?
We got these Fantastic Four skins ready. You got what?
Say again?
Yeah, we got one for Ben, Johnny, Reed, and Sue.
Yeah. It's like 3 of those make sense. I'm still horrified, but
yeah, I don't want to know what Ben's looks like.
No. I mean, that's actually probably just the chillest of all of them.
That's true.
It's just
Reed's is horrifying.
Just some rocks.
Wow.
Reed's is actually Doctor Strange's cape.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
This is how you know that you've overstayed on the podcast right here.
We're talking about Fantastic Four skin.
Definitely won't come up on Thursday.
Yeah, not at all.
Not once. Well, folks, I think this is bringing us full circle here. The next time you hear from us, in all likelihood, we will have seen Marvel's Fantastic. You heard it here.
Gotta get all the use out of this button while we have it.
That's right, because after next week we're gonna replace it with something else.
Yeah, something else.
Probably Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, see if I can find the A1.
A1.
Yeah. A1.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be all for this, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of Ironheart. We are pleasantly surprised. We didn't do like an X-Men 97. It wasn't that,
We didn't do a whole episode about how it's going to absolutely suck and then come out here praising it for 2 hours. So.
Yeah. But we were both pleasantly surprised with what we got from Ironheart. So, we'll see what happens next with her and Mephisto and the whole crew and everything. We'll see what happens.
We didn't mention that shit. We should be getting 97 season 2 next year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
One more thing that bothered me about Ironheart, or that I was confused, was Gary ever allowed to leave the garage?
Yeah. All Gary scenes are in the garage. Like, he just lived and worked there.
He lived and worked there, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, poor Gary, rest in peace to Sleepy Gary. But that's going to be all for this and homies. We are so looking forward to the next time that we see you guys when we discuss Fantastic Four First Steps. That's going to be an amazing episode, so please remember to come back and check that out. But as always, I need to go ahead and do this more often. If you haven't done all your socials, your likes and your subscribes and your your hearts and your comments. All that stuff helps us out a lot. That's going to be all for now, though. But we'll see you guys again very soon. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.